Once upon a time, in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young man named Koji. Koji had always been known for his extreme emotional sensitivity. Every emotion, whether joy or sorrow, anger or love, seemed to wash over him like a tidal wave, leaving him exhausted and often unable to function. His friends and family, though sympathetic, couldn't truly understand the depth of his suffering. Koji had heard tales of a wise old monk who resided atop a distant mountain. This monk was rumored to possess great wisdom and the secret to inner peace, and Koji decided that he would seek him out. He hoped the monk could teach him how to become emotionless, to shield himself from the constant onslaught of feelings that threatened to drown him. With determination in his heart, Koji set out on his journey. He climbed steep mountains, crossed roaring rivers, and traversed dense forests until, after many days of hardship, he finally reached the summit where the monk's humble hermitage stood. The monk, an elderly man with a long white beard and eyes that sparkled with ancient wisdom, welcomed Koji with a warm smile. "Greetings, young traveler. What brings you to this remote place?" Koji, out of breath and emotionally drained, replied, "I seek to become emotionless. I can no longer bear the weight of my own feelings. Please, teach me how to rid myself of them." The monk nodded thoughtfully and invited Koji to stay. He gave him a small room in his hermitage and told him to meditate daily by a serene pond that lay nearby. Days turned into weeks, and Koji diligently followed the monk's instructions. He meditated for hours, focusing on his breath and trying to empty his mind of all thoughts and feelings. He yearned to attain the emotionless state he so desperately desired. One evening, as Koji sat by the pond, gazing at his reflection in the water, he noticed a fish swimming gracefully beneath the surface. The fish moved with such fluidity and ease, unperturbed by the ripples on the water's surface. Koji thought, if only I could be like that fish, untouched by the turbulence of emotions. With this thought in mind, Koji returned to the monk and shared his insight. The monk listened attentively and then spoke, "You wish to be like the fish, but you misunderstand the nature of emotions. Emotions are like the ripples on the pond's surface. They come and go, but the pond remains. It is not about becoming emotionless, but about finding inner stillness, just as the pond remains calm beneath the ripples." Koji pondered the monk's words and continued to meditate, but now with a new perspective. Instead of trying to rid himself of emotions, he sought to understand them, to observe them as they arose within him without judgment or attachment. He realized that emotions, like the ripples, were a natural part of life, and it was his reaction to them that caused suffering. Years passed, and Koji's emotional sensitivity gradually transformed into emotional intelligence. He could feel joy without becoming lost in it, and he could endure sorrow without being overwhelmed. He had learned the art of inner stillness, and he was no longer burdened by the need to be emotionless. One day, Koji returned to the monk to express his gratitude. He said, "I came seeking to become emotionless, but you taught me a far greater lesson, the wisdom of embracing and understanding my emotions." The monk smiled once more, his eyes filled with compassion. "Remember, young one, the true path to inner peace is not in suppressing emotions, but in finding harmony with them. Just as the pond remains calm beneath the ripples, so can you find tranquility within yourself, even amidst the turbulence of life." With those words of wisdom, Koji bowed to the monk, knowing that he had found the true path to inner peace. He left the hermitage and returned to his village, forever changed and no longer seeking to escape his emotions, but to live in harmony with them, like the serene pond and the graceful fish.